interesting stuff for the replay crew. Good luck. Good luck. We're going to check this out. I'm doing this on the cell phone today because people have been asking for this particular vertical thing. So let's click this over here, and we're going to wait for a few people to pop in here. Jester Dooms, I don't know what any of that's all about. Let's see here. Not an arrow spike. Whatever's. Let's go to view your channel, and I should be live right now. Let's see. All right, and I'll monitor the chat that way. Looks like I got a couple people in here. Make sure you guys check in real quick here. Who we got here? Bob Pita. I thought I saw some Rosita in here too. So Bob Pita, first rose. Number 2, who's going to be deterred? Look, Tim Huther. Good morning, my friend. Looks like you are deterred. We'll give it a second for other people. Catitude showing up here. Today is completely, Matt, thanks you for the 5x5, man. I appreciate you, bro. Today is 100% off the hook, completely unscheduled. We're going to be talking about some of the current events of the day. I think the biggest one is the third oil tanker to be in the process of seizing right now. They're in active pursuit. But it's the uninformed are kind of losing their minds right now. It's like they don't understand what's really happening. And I'm seeing a lot of stuff online, a lot of blurbage. That's what I call it, blurbage instead of verbiage and blurbs. It's blurbage. If you like that, if you like that new catchphrase, put it in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. Flew here. I'll try to stay awake as long as I can. I will try to keep you awake as long as I can, Catitude. Thank you very much, and hopefully you get better. Hopefully you've got yourself some of that Tamiflu that everybody's advertising is the thing to have these days. Tim's got all the number 1s. There we go. Blurbage. Okay, so I guess we've got a handful of people in here. So I guess the 14 people watching. Wow. Okay. Nice. Okay. Appreciate you guys. I guess the big thing. I'm gonna go ahead and let me adjust this screen real quick, and I'm gonna pop that chat out so I can make it big. That's what she said. Pop out chat. There we go. I can read the pop out. Only 4 likes. I know, right, Tim? Right? It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. People just, I got to the point now where I don't really ask for the likes until we get later on in the thing because Ian showed up. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Because it's just like I haven't really actually provided any value yet. So let's go ahead and get into it. Basically, if you're not in the know, we, the United States of America, are in the process of snatching up oil tankers. Why this is happening? It's actually kind of simple. It's actually kind of simple. We have levied sanctions on the Venezuelan government, and they are both legal, and the actions that the U.S. government that are taking right now are lawful. If you're out there on the left, go ahead and start screaming now, because I'm just going to lay down some facts for you. It's not my intention to make you look stupid or make you feel the fool, but I think there should be an educational process during current events that just doesn't seem to happen. The main goals of the left seem to be just to scream bloody murder every time something is happening that they don't like. So let's see, getting oil without firing bullets, no war for oil. Listen, man, I already went to the desert. I fought for some oil. You know what I'm saying? But in this particular case, no. That is a common misperception. In fact, the amount of oil that is being seized is so small based off of daily production just here in America that it's a drop in the bucket. It's a drop in the bucket. We're getting, if you want to equate it to like free oil, we're getting a free one-time visit to the Jiffy Lube. every year. That's literally the amount of oil that we're getting. Um, so what's basically happened? Let me fix this screen real fast, and that one over there. There we go. And what has basically happened is, like I said, we've laid down the sanctions. Listening to the live stream for information and new level of ignorance. Okay, Denise, I appreciate you. Appreciate your post. Appreciate and respect your opinion. But I will remind you that name calling is for the weak. It's normally the last tool of the week, which means you may or may not have anything to say. I'm not sure. That's just how I'm taking it. So, with that said, let's go ahead and let's talk about some of the facts. All right. First and foremost, legal sanctions on Venezuela. They refuse to stop trying to send people over our borders, which we've stopped. They refuse to stop trying to push drugs in our country, which we're stopping. And this is one of the things that we're doing. Sanctions are a recognized economic tool that are used by every nation on the planet who does business with other nations on the planet. And they're actually sanctioned by the United Nations. Now, with that said, quick blurb, real blurb. The Venezuelans have asked for a meeting, an emergency meeting of the United Nations Security Council. I'm not sure if they're a member of the UN Security Council. If you know, please put it in the chat, and I will double check that fact. But I'm going to like rely on you to level a little bit of truth on me too. The bottom line with that is it doesn't matter, because if you know how the UN Security Council works, they all get into this little cylindrical shape, this little circular meeting of the minds, and they all speak their speaks and give their speeches and blah blah blah, and you gotta stop blah blah, and then they vote to see if there's a binding resolution. And if even one single member of the UN Security Council, which would be the United States, says, I disagree, then that resolution does not move forward. So any hope that, Bank, we got you, bro. Don't spam the chat, bro. We got you, Bank. Come on, take a chill pill, Broseph. The bottom line is that if one person even says, if one of the members of the UN Security Council says no, Bankhead, I'm serious, dude. I only have one rule: don't be a dick. Thank you. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. Denise, I love it. This dude couldn't brush his teeth all his life. It's one thing has absolutely everything to do with the other, doesn't it? Let's just go ahead. I think I'm going to make you a moderator, Denise. Yeah, let me do that. Let me push those buttons. Let me do that. Let me put in moderation. There you go. Now you can moderate all you want. Maybe you can just sit around and learn some shit. Anyway, it's always funny how the people who don't want to hear anything that has to do with something they don't believe in automatically tries to defame the speaker, even though I'm speaking absolute truth. Those are the facts. UN Security Council, blah, blah, blah. They vote. One person stands up, says no. There's no resolution. So going to the UN Security Council will absolutely do nothing. Anyway, Bankhead, I warned you, bro. I warned you. Let's go ahead. I'm going to put you in the corner, bros. If you know, hey, Bankhead, I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to give you 10 minutes. That's it. Normally I do 24 hours just as a standard, but I want to give you, I don't recognize you, and I want to give you the opportunity to speak like an adult. Okay? So I'm just going to give you 10 minutes in the timeout room. But anyway, so UN Security Council, total waste of time for the Venezuelans or anybody that believes that it's going to do anything. So basically, as of this morning, a third oil tanker has been targeted in a recent series of U.S. operations near Venezuela. It's the name of the ship is the Bella 1, and it's a very large crude carrier, also known as a VLCC. It was built in 2002 and Panama flagged, which is very important. The reports as flying a false flag during the incident. So we did some research. What's up, Tuck? Good to see you, bro. We did some research on the entire situation so that we could relay that information to you guys, so that you could be more educated. This damn thing's in the way. I'm gonna put you way over there. Basically, there's as the date of the action is as of yesterday, the 21st, and the reports indicate the U.S. Coast Guard pursuit and boarding on this date, with some source confirming it was intercepted or seized. Also, its current status is that it was en route to load oil in Venezuela and reportedly empty of cargo at the time. U.S. authorities describe it as part of Venezuela's dark fleet, and there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of terms that are floating out there that a lot of people don't understand: dark fleet, ghost fleet, a misflagged fleet, things like that. But we're going to go over some of that stuff. Also known as the shadow fleet. Now, the reason for being targeted by the U.S., the vessel has been under the U.S. Treasury sanctions since 2024. So this has been going on a while with this particular vehicle or this particular ship. And it was previously known under another name like Adisa in earlier listings due to alleged involvement in transporting Iranian oil that finances the Islamic Revolutionary Guard, Corps, and Hezbollah. Now, the current operations, the U.S. obtained a judicial seizure warrant, and the ship was described as stateless or falsely flagged, allowing the boarding in international waters. Now, we're starting to talk about international law, international maritime law, things like that. What's up, Maynard Watkins? Love you, man. What's going on, bro? All right, let's see here. Man, we got all sorts of messages being deleted by the spammers, but that's okay. That's a-okay. That's a-okay. Let's see here. What? Block the bots. Hey, Cindy, what's good? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, so getting into some of the context on this particular situation. Also, guys, a quick note, a quick admin note. Today is chemotherapy day for the girlfriend. Took her in. She's not doing super hot, but she's going to be. It appears as if she's going to be going through the process. But at any time, they could call me and say, "Come get her. Come get her. We're done with her." What's up, Mike? Good to see you. So if I have to drop the stream, then that's what I'll drop the stream for. All right, so context in series. Thank you very much, Richard. Appreciate you. This basically is following, this whole situation is following the escalation under President Trump, who announced a blockade. You guys may have remembered that last week. And on sanctioned oil tankers linked to Venezuela earlier in December, aiming to pressure the Maduro government over alleged narco-terrorism and sanctions evasions. Yes. The first tanker to be seized was the Skipper. That was seized on December 10th, and it was sanctioned for ties to the Iran/Venezuela oil trade, carrying 1.8 million barrels. That's less than we make in one day here in America, if you guys didn't know that. I think it's 14 million a day is what we make here in America. Oh, no, that's what we consume, so we have to make or produce or buy at least that every day. The second tanker was called Centuries. That was seized on December 20th. That was a Panama flagged ship carrying Venezuelan crude, not explicitly sanctioned, but linked to the state oil company PDVSA, which is a major Venezuelan oil company. Let's see here, but we get to keep the ships too, right? I don't know about that, Tim. I don't know about that. Let me get into some of the particulars, then I'll answer that question so that we have some kind of background on maritime law. Now, and obviously the third ship is the Bella 1, which is the one that they're in the process of snatching up right now. So obviously Venezuela has condemned these actions as international piracy, which is completely untrue. It's completely untrue, and I'll tell you why. Now, while the U.S. officials frame them as enforcement against illicit oil trade, funding terrorism, and crime, the incidents have contributed to a slightly upward pressure on global oil prices, but are described by the White House as targeted black market operations without major supply disruptions. Before we get into the Bella thing, the actual why this thing matters, the maritime law thing, I vote we keep the ships. If you think we should keep the ships, put a 1 in the chat. Today might be the day. Today, we're going to go with 5, a goal of 5 super chats. and we're going to give it an hour. And you know what happens. And for those of you that don't know what happens, you might want to ask around. W-A-I-J-H. I'm complete. When I type with caps, I misspell everything. You know what happens. Here we go. Start goal. Yeah, if you think we should keep the ship, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. Also, we've started the top chat goal to bring out the Grand Poobah of preparedness. That is on you, not me. I would like everybody to think back. Tell me if you guys remember this. Tell me if you guys remember this. During the Biden administration, there was some. I knew Tim. I knew you were going to be the first one to do it. I knew it. I knew you were going to be the first one to do it. Make sure everybody gives Tim. Everybody gives Tim that donation a thumbs up. A thumbs up at the minimum. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. But if you remember during the Biden administration, see, this is where history and facts. Rose, you are the best. Make sure everybody hits that thumbs up on Rose's $5 donation. It's greatly appreciated. I really don't want to wear this damn thing for the next 45 something minutes or something, but I'll do it. I'll do it until Tim. We've talked about this, Tim. But back during the Obama administration, there was and tell me if you remember this. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys remember this. There was this thing where we're kind of at war with Iran, but we're not. Everybody's just chit-chatting back and forth. And then they started talking about Iranian ships that were turning off their trackers and disappearing. Iranian ships were disappearing. Ian, oh, you guys are you guys are egging each other on now. You did not do that, Tim. Oh my God, you guys are killing me. Next time I'm raising the stakes, damn it. Next time I'm raising the stakes. All right, let me finish this sentence and then I'll get it, okay? And then I'll get it. So you remember back during the not Obama, but the Biden administration, we were kind of going back and forth with Iran, and Iranian ships kept disappearing. Oil tankers, naval vessels, small boats, fishing vessels, they just kept disappearing, right? And then they were reappearing off the coast of Venezuela. Yeah. Does anybody remember that? Does anybody remember that? Put a 1 in the chat if you remember that. I'm going to get it right now. All right, there we go. Oh, there we go. There we go. I'm sure my lefties that are watching this will have more to say about it than they understand. Yeah, that was actually happening. That happened for a long. It never seems to fit right. It always seems to oh man, I got a blowout over here. There we go. There we go. That's what was happening. And some of you people remember that, right? Prep on. Love you, Tim. And so this is nothing new. This is just like something that is forgotten. Now, why does this all matter? I'm going to tell you right now why this all matters. The Grand Poobah of preparedness shall speak the knowledge. I don't know what that was about. Got to keep it up. That's text. Hold on, guys. Come on. You're going to push the infusion for 2 weeks. Okay, reply. Okay. Do you need me? When do you need me? Send. All right, guys, I may be pulling chalks here, but I want to finish my statement and explain this to you. That was a message from Julie. She said that they're going to push the infusion for 2 weeks. I'm getting a liter of fluids and the patch put on the I'm done. Okay, question mark. And I asked her, when do you need me? Because she told me before that, oh my God, come get me now. And then I sit in the parking lot for an hour. So to answer the question, she's replying right now. To answer the question, The under UN, this matters because under UN Convention of Law of the Sea, also known as UNCLOS, vessels must fly the flag of a recognized state to claim its protection on the high seas. Stateless vessels who, without genuine nationality or false flagged, lose such protection and can be boarded, inspected, and seized by any nation in international waters without violating sovereign rules. This provides the legal basics for the U.S. Coast Guard pursuant any attempted boarding. So, keeping the ship, yes, we can legally keep the ship and its contents, and we can find out who these people are who are on the ship and then send them back to their country or whatever. Technically, they can be imprisoned. But the maritime law is very, very, very different than the law of the land lovers. So she says she's going to ask, when do you need me? She's finding out right now. But the background on this vessel, no. Let's see. Outcome of the incident. U.S. forces had a federal judicial seizure warrant, but the vessel reportedly refused to heave to, fled the area, and broadcast distress signals while heading into the Atlantic. They're trying to pretend that this is an act of piracy, but in fact, international and maritime law completely protects the United States or any other country from doing this. So yeah, it's not that great. It's not that great for him. Let's see here. You should make a video with your poobah. You make a video driving with the poobah hat on. It might fit in the van. I don't know. I think it's going to be too tall to be in the van. Let's see here. Workin 925 says, and welcome to this. I don't recognize you. Welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. U.S. Custom confiscation. Kinder Surprise eggs at airport. Importers can be fined up to $2,500 per egg. Well, that's cool. Don't think you could sit with it unless he was crouched down. In Colorado, it's illegal to collect more than 110 gallons of rainwater without a permit. I believe that, man. If you guys didn't know this, Colorado has basically turned socialist. Any citizen of the state or of the country of America, the United States of America, that accepts these ridiculous social laws, then yeah. She says 30-ish minutes. So I've got a few minutes because I'm not that far from the hospital. Deanna says, I'm like, no, Deanna, you're in time. Let's see here. Dancing without Workin says, dancing without a permit. Some cities still enforce licensing rules for dancing in bars or public space. Violations can result in fines or shutdowns. That's ridiculous. And there are some stupid laws that are still on the book. You know, in North Carolina, I believe it's still legal to beat your wife on a Sunday after church, below the knee but above the ankle, and with a reed not to exceed the width of the index finger. Yeah, there's some really stupid laws that are still on the books, but things like what Workin is talking about, they're just ridiculous. It's like no spitting on the sidewalk. You know, $500 fine for spitting on the sidewalk. It's stupid. I'm 100% Viking. There you go, Byron. There you go. O'Brien. There you go. Let's see here. America has always had these Karen laws. That's true. That's true. But a lot of them, you know, see, here's the thing about the law. And one thing, it's one of the reasons why people have really, you either hate cops or you love cops. Okay. And it all comes down to judgment. That's what it all comes down to, is judgment. You know, how many cops are not enforcing stupid laws? The ones with good judgment. You know what I'm saying? I used to know this state trooper in North Carolina, and he would talk about kind of gloat about pulling over DUI people, and that all sounds great, right? That all sounds great. And I was like, so how do you like know? Like what? I mean, do you wait for them to cross the line? I mean, how do you know that you're pulling them over for suspected DUI? And he would say, I wouldn't even wait for them to cross the line. I would just know. That's a man with poor judgment. And unfortunately, we have police officers that do that. And some of these laws, it's stupid. They can be nullified, and we leave them on the books as a tool for law enforcement to do their jobs better. And it's just not true. It's like I was talking to somebody this morning about an HOA and how this man who had lived in this area before there was an HOA, but I mean, him knowing he'd lived there for 15 years, but he knew at some point that somebody would find enough money to start building houses in the area, and that he would become part of this, right? And so he's part of this HOA where nobody ever lived before, and now there's 20 other houses. And the HOA, the owner of the company that owns the HOA, decided that they were going to do something kind of stupid, and he's like, no, hell no, and he like became a real thorn in their side, right? So they decided to send him a nasty lawyer letter saying, hey, oh, by the way, we know you have bees, and that's against the HOA, and yeah, it's either gone or you're gone. Something's going to happen. Fine, kick you out, something, right? But these are the same angry people that lack judgment because they didn't read their own HOA rules that say that if there's no complaints over something that happened against the HOA rules for more than 5 years, then you don't have a case. And this had been 15 years. So once again, poor judgment. Okay. Strike Kent says, America has allowed Karens to make all the laws. Big Karen government. Yeah, I mean, there's some of that. There's some truth to that. There's some truth to that. I would like to think that we're kind of getting smarter. I would like to believe that over the last year, people are starting to see the light. That's like, why have we allowed these people to get their hands on so much control of our daily lives? How do we let this happen? And the answer is simple: ignorance, laziness. One might say, don't tread on me, but sooner or later, these Karens will tread on you. In fact, that is their ultimate goal, to tread on you. Yeah. Let's see here. Rose says, I don't see as Karen laws. There was a rational cough to the back of these laws in their days, but have since lost their meaning today, like the mailman can't bark at a dog. I'll do that. I didn't know mailmen couldn't bark at a dog. That's crazy. Let's see here. Rick says, what do we got? Rick Astley's Revenge. Something Rick's Revenge. I believe it's more like RoboCop, the original movie. Yeah. I can see that. Just a set of parameters. You meet those set of parameters, and there's no, it's all justified. You must act. And that's the way these cops are. They just completely lack judgment. What's the other word that I'm looking for? When the cop has the ability to decide whether he wants to do it or not. It's not judgment. There's another word I'm looking for. Put it in the chat. I want to hear what you have to say. Some laws are nonsensical. Tuck says some laws are nonsensical and or tyrannical. Prohibition is an easy example. There it is, Tim, right there. Discretion. Screenshot that. Discretion. It's an old law in Ohio prior to World War II. Gotcha. The dog bark. There you go. Am I reading that right? Discernment? No, that's not. Discretion was the right answer. Tim nailed it, but thank you, Matt. I appreciate you, bro. And unfortunately, what we're doing is we're running into those situations. And I'm in top. Why have I been in top chat this whole time? I should be in live chat. There we go. I don't think I missed out on much. But unfortunately, that's what's happening. But getting back on point with this whole Venezuelan taking ships, things like that, we are K1LAA official. Is that your CV call sign? Kilo 1 Lima Alpha Alpha official. Is that your radio call sign? But getting back to the Venezuela, it's completely legal. It follows both international and maritime law. I don't know. Gotcha. And there's really nothing the Venezuelans can do about it, because what's happening is these ships have been operating as ghost fleets for at least 5 or 6 years that we know of, right? And if you are the flagging, okay, of the ships is required by maritime law in order to get the protections of international law. And it's like if you're running around and you're, if you're a Panamanian, if you're a Panamanian vessel, you're recorded or you're flagged as a Panamanian vessel, and you're running a Chinese flag, and they look at the roster and it's like, wait a minute, this ship doesn't exist on the Chinese roster. Yeah, the names on the side of the ships, they like, yeah, that one says it's a Odessa 5, or whatever, right? And then they look at the international registry and it doesn't exist. Then they know that this is a false flagged, okay, ship. Also, if they aren't running a country's flag, then they are technically pirates. Oh, Stray Kitten, you should have to wear a top hat of shame. What? Not me. You're talking about in general, not me, because I'm just no. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. All right, so looks like we were able to pull off like 30 minutes live stream. Productive. Hopefully you guys got some information out there. The same as fictitious plates on your vehicle, illegal. Exactly, Tim. Exactly. Let's see here. Top hat of shame for being in top. Oh, I see. The top hat. What would that look like? What would the top hat of shame look like for being in top chat? I might have to look into that. Catitude. Oh, I'm sorry. That's Stray Kitten. That's not Catitude. I got you. But it's a great idea. All right, let's see here. If you guys have not seen, I released a video this morning, and like almost nobody watched it, but it was kind of a test to see what people would say. The thumbnail is a picture of Trump looking right dead in his face, and the word is wrong. So I emphasize that you guys go take a look at that video after this, and do me a favor, make sure you hit a like and subscribe on that one. And yeah, I think that's going to be about it. And if you guys haven't noticed, I've been using the easy button lately. That way you know the videos. Thoughts on silver prices still going up? Okay, Tim, I'll give you a minute. Tim's a member. So and I would say he's in the elite membership club as well. I think the price of silver is going to continue to go up. We need silver to make a lot of electronics. Yes. And the price of silver is going to go up because silver, I won't say collectors, like there are more people in America individuals in America that buy silver than there are anywhere else in the world, because we actually do that. We invest in physical gold, physical silver, physical precious metals. And so I expect the price to continue to go up. It'll probably reach around 100 before people start to freak out. And then after that, it may go even higher. I bought silver when it was $14 an ounce. Do the math on that one. Yes, Tim, we are in concurrence, my friend. We are in concurrence. But also don't forget that gold is going through the roof too. It's kind of getting big. Let's see here. 10 ounces. Thanks. Believe I saw that this morning. Gotcha, Rose. Appreciate you. All right, guys. Buy silver because can't afford gold. Yeah, exactly. Silver is the cheap man's gold. And yes, just buy it. Because every time you buy it, it makes my silver more valuable. Okay, we're going to go ahead and call it, guys. I've got to get in the car, go pick up the girlfriend, and go on from there. You should get another video today. Another flashlight company got up with me, and I got to make a video for them that I promised that I would deliver by today. So that should come out later on today, probably around 3 o'clock. All right, guys, that's going to be about it. Stay safe. Have a great day, and I shall see you when I see you. And for the person who knows what I'm talking about, bye-bye.
That was easy.